Hey guys, it is Thursday night. That means one thing and one thing only. And thank you guys for joining. This is the Sports Center Brad Walker, and this is the Walker Report on In the Zone Sports Radio, part of NGSC Sports. Remember the website is ngscsports.com. Log on to ngscsports.com for all your current sports content. NGSC Sports, where we never stop. This show is sponsored by Amore Pizzeria at 9700 66th Street North in Pinellas Park. Here are their weekly specials, guys. On Sundays, they feature a 12-ounce Delmonico steak for $13.99. On Mondays, it's chicken Alfredo for $7.99. On Tuesdays, it's Taco Tuesday, 3 for $5, beef or chicken. On Wednesdays, it's Wacky Wednesdays, 60-cent wings and $2 Amber Bakken chop top on draft. On Thursdays, guys, they feature 2 quarter-pound hot dogs and fries for $6.99. On Fridays, it's all-you-can-eat fish for $9.99. Let us know you heard it right here on the Walker Report. Receive 10% off your total. Also, guys, if you're doing delivery, use the Slice app for delivery to Amore, as it is available on Google Play and the Apple iStore. I am also sponsored by creating ZenSpaces.com. ZenSpaces, the local choice in St. Petersburg, Florida, for house cleaning, organization, decluttering, and pet sitting. It's about finding the peace within you and adding comfort to your life. Welcome, guys, again to the Walker Report. This is the Sports Center Brad Walker, and I am back here on Thursday night. If you want to reach me, you can call me directly. The number to reach me is 605-562-0444. The show ID is 4366391. Again, the number is 605-562-0444. And the show ID is 4366391. If you do not want to call in, guys, you can go to talkshoe.com, search for NGSC Sports, go down to the studio, and my show will be lit up in red. Just hit the join studio thing, and you can pop on in here and chat with me either by phone or in the chat room. If you see me again, guys, looking at the TV, the Lightning game is on there, currently down 3-2 in the second period to the Minnesota Wild. They're on a power play as we speak. But, guys, let me go ahead and get into my show. I see my man Adam is on already in here already. I'm going to get to calls later in the show, guys. Again, just like last week, I have a lot of material to cover. So I'm going to go ahead and get that covered. We're going to talk about golf first, and we'll go into the MLB. We're going to go into college basketball, college football, the NHL, the NFL. And then lastly, I'm going to have a couple tidbits about high school football in Hawaii, kind of a cool clip. And yes, it's that time of the month again, Deadly Rival Roller Derby. They have an event this Saturday. I will be doing a Skater Bio at the end of my show for Deadly Rival Roller Derby. Guys, if you have not heard, I don't think I ever announced it on this show, so I'm going to do it right now. The lovely ladies at Deadly Rival Roller Derby decided that I'm such a big super fan. In fact, I will be going to roller derby 2 years starting in March of 2020. I will have been gone for 2 years to their events, and it's been a blast. I go to about 9 or 10 bouts every year. Well, they decided to go ahead and take one of their jerseys and sign it. Every single one of the skaters signed it for me, so I'm waiting to get that. If you're watching me on Facebook Live, you see behind me, I have a calendar behind me, Sports Illustrated calendar. That's where the jersey will be hanging once I get it. I was told it's possibly going to be done this Saturday, so maybe next week during Tampa Talk on Monday or my show on Thursday, I may have the jersey hanging behind me. So, again, guys, that's cool. I want to thank them for that. Guys, I think I'm getting sick again. I was just got over being sick a few weeks ago, but with everything going around, take care of yourself out there. There's a lot of things going around, cold, flu. I'm trying to do my best. I took some medication prior to getting on here, so I'm going to do my best. I hope that I can be here next Thursday. If I'm sick, then I won't be on here. But that's it, man. That's how we're going to go. Let me get in, guys, to start with golf. I mean, a lot of people, again, if Von Allen is out there listening or anyone from there, not big golf fans, but I am a golf fan. And like I said, I've explained and told the story a bunch of times that I started playing golf when I was young. My late uncle passed away in 2015. This will be the fourth year anniversary that he passed away on Christmas Day. He taught me how to play golf, and I took almost a full year off, pretty close to a full year off of not playing golf until the Masters tournament rolled around in April, which is one of the most prestigious golf tournaments that any golfer can play in. And I got the itch to watch it. It was his favorite major of the year. And I also bought a pair of green golf shoes, which, if you know the Masters, it's famous for the green jacket given out to the winner at the end of the tournament, at the end of the 4 days. And also, if you've ever watched it on TV, there's green everywhere. And I mean, it's a different shade of green compared to what we see around here. But guys, let me get into that. Actually, my first topic this evening is going to touch upon how the Masters field is starting to rise with new winners. This was written by Doug Ferguson of the Associated Press. This article came out 2 days ago. 7 tournaments from the 6 largest tours on the next 3 weeks could shape the field for the Masters and perhaps pave the way for the largest gathering at Augusta National in more than 50 years. Augusta National invites the top 50 from the final world rankings of the year and then the top 50 1 week before the Masters. Among those on the bubble are former PGA champion Keegan Bradley, hanging around number 48, and President Cup player Cameron Smith at number 52. The Australian gets 2 more tries to get into the top 50. The Masters already has 77 players who have qualified and are expected to play. Those come from the world ranking 12 players in the top 50 are not yet eligible. Tiger Woods won against a field of 87 players this year for his 5th green jacket. The Masters is all about providing the best experience for players. One reason is that the smallest field of the 4 majors. It has not been more than 100 players since 103 played in 1966. So the question, guys, is why the increase now? Some of it has to do with the increased fall schedule on the PGA Tour. This year, the PGA Tour had 10 tournaments in the fall that offered a Masters invitation. The Tour had 2 new tournaments in the summer between the last 2 majors, one by Nate Lashley in Detroit and Matthew Wolff in Minnesota, which won fewer events in the FedEx Cup postseason. 11 players who reached the Tour Championship, which comes with a Masters invitation, did not win. 5 of them would have made the Masters field through other categories. The Masters has a strong emphasis on amateurs in 1966, awarding invitations to the U.S. Amateur and British Amateur champions from the previous 10 years. The top 8 in ties from the last U.S. Amateur and U.S. Walker Cup team. That meant 26 amateurs were in the field. Now there are only 6. So they have increased the number of amateur players that are one of the top golfers on tour, guys, is Phil Mickelson. He has reached a stage of his career where he does what he wants with less regard of how it's perceived. 1 year after he skipped his hometown event at Torrey Pines, after 28 consecutive years, Mickelson had signed up to play in the Saudi International in late January. That means he will miss the Phoenix Open after 29 straight years, a tournament he's won 3 times in the city where he graduated college at Arizona State. Dustin Johnson, who won the Saudi Arabia International last year, was among several players criticized for supporting a European tour event in a country under heavy scrutiny for its human rights regards, including the killing of journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Mickelson will be joining Johnson, Brooks Koepka, Tony Finau, and Patrick Reed, along with the European stars Hendrik Stenson, Shane Lowry, and Sergio Garcia. He then mentioned the opportunity to grow the game in a popular phrase from the new markets. After turning down opportunities to go to the Middle East for many years, I'm excited to go play and see a place in the world I've never been. I understand those who are upset or disappointed. You'll be okay. I'm excited to experience this for the first time, Mickelson replied. Kind of a off-the-topic thing talking about Justin Thomas. He was playing a practice round in the warmth of the Bahamas, and it revealed a scar illustrated by a 3-inch scar just below the back of his knee. Visit to his dermatologist revealed melanoma had been removed. He said, I was about 8 months away from being one of his patients, Thomas said. Thomas, who already marks regular visits to dermatologist, says he would get it checked once every 3 months for the next year. And there's some changes, guys, on the CBS Sports Golf team. Former Master Champion Trevor Immelman and Michelle Wie are among additions on the CBS Golf team. Starting this year, guys. Frank Nabolo taking an expanded role to become the fulfilled analyst for CBS, joining Dottie Pepper, Ian Baker Finch, Davis Love III, and Mark Immelman. Jim Nance and Nick Fido return to the tower, with Andrew Catalan returning as host for the PGA Tour events. The network recently decided not to renew the contracts of Peter Kostis and Gary McCord. For Wie, it's another indication that her injury-plagued career on the LPGA Tour is winding down. Wie, who married Golden State Warrior executive Johnny West this year, will contribute to a cable and digital platforms for CBS, including at the Masters. Wie made her television debut as a studio analyst during the Solheim Cup in September. Guys, John Rahm from Spain was voted European Tour Golfer of the Year. Here's a stat of the week. Ariana Jurgarden, who began the year at number 1 in the world, finished the LPGA season outside the top 10. Here's the final word. This is from Ricky Fowler about Tiger Woods being the captain of the President's Cup. I know he does not want to go down there and not come back with the cup. Ricky Fowler on Tiger Woods is the U.S. captain of the President's Cup. The President's Cup, guys, is getting ready to start. Actually, in 4 days on December 9th is when that tournament begins. The President's Cup, guys, if you don't know, is between the United States and everyone outside of Europe. So every country outside of Europe participates in this. Why Europe is not in this is because they play the Ryder Cup in the even years. That'll be next year, and that's when the U.S. plays just Europe, just the United Kingdom and Europe, the continent of Europe, so that all of them are in there. So there will be no European players in the President's Cup. One of the big President's Cup players is Jason Day of Australia. He had to withdraw due to a back injury. He was set to make his 5th appearance in the President's Cup, and we wish Jason well and hope his back recovers quickly. Tiger Woods, again, is the captain, and he's also playing. Woods dropped a further hint he will participate in the President's Cup as a playing captain after his historic win at the Zozo Championship. Of course, if you do not know, earlier this year, Woods tied Sam Hugh's career record of 82 PGA wins, which means the next time he wins a singles tournament, he will have the most wins of any PGA Tour player in history. Again, the Ryder takes place, actually looks like it says the 12th through the 15th. So that's a week from today. Basically, what he's saying is he physically cannot do the same things he used to do. He picked himself. Didn't think that was a foolish move at all. He thought that it was the right thing to do to pick himself for the team. So I wish Team USA the best in a week, and I probably will have some tidbits on that tournament, probably first round information and stuff on that tournament next week, because I'll be back here next week on here. As we all know, guys, too, I'm going to jump to the next topic here, and we're going to be talking about MLB. Now, Major League Baseball, the winter meetings begin Monday. Again, the big thing coming out of that, guys, basically, again, as it does every year, is where are the players going? Is your favorite player moving on? Are they staying? What are they going to do? That's the question, too. The second big topic would be what's going to happen to the Houston Astros. It was announced a few weeks ago that the commissioner was going to have his final decisions on what the punishment is going to be for the Houston Astros and their cheating scandal. Rob Manfred is not going to do it lightly. That is what was given a couple, I think I touched upon that either last week or the week before, that he was not going to give the Astros a light punishment. So don't expect too much. I'm assuming, guys, it'll probably end up being a hefty fine, and they're probably going to take draft picks away from them. That's the only way you can really hurt the franchise.